Alright, so here's the deal with Jump Forces. If you've already played Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, J-Star's Victory vs. Plus, and One Piece Burning Blood, you know exactly what to expect from this game. We're going to get a lot of substituting, a lot of clashing, whiffing our supers, but we're going to get some beautiful animation, some aesthetic gameplay, some on-point representations of our characters. These people at Spike Chunsoft really know how to make their characters feel authentic. If you've played Burning Blood, you know that Logia characters can activate their ability to avoid damage perfectly like it is in the anime. So, this game is in good hands and it's playing to the strengths of most Bandai Namco games. What it's doing is keeping the action very, very tight. You when you begin a combo, expect to constantly be smashing the light attack button. This game does look like it goes on the light, medium, heavy scale, with attacks being slower but stronger. The slowest attacks being able to do incredible things like breakthrough guard, deal massive damage, create huge blowback that opens you up to start a super. The supers, by the way, look absolutely incredible. Goku's Kamehameha pulls back the camera, really centers the action on him. That means it's a little difficult to see where you're going to aim it, so your enemy can try defensive reversals. This game has many, many ways to avoid damage. It has a plethora of defensive capabilities for each character that are just inborn to the tech of the game. There's side dodging, there's the substitution that is almost exactly like probably something from Xenoverse or the Ultimate Ninja Storm games. We've seen that in almost every anime game, the ability to quickly switch behind your opponent and start up a combo of your own. These games are extremely focused on keeping the pressure of the fight, so you're going to have gap closing abilities. The main gap closing ability is switching your character out. It is extremely fast, opens up for a new combo. Again, this is almost exactly like Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 with its 3v3 combat system. The Burning Blood series had 3v3 combat system, but its switching out was much, much clunkier. So Spike Chunsoft went back to the drawing board, understood why the Ultimate Ninja Storm games did so well, and went with that formula. Quick switching that keeps the pressure of the fight up and constant so that the characters never feel too stagnant. Another thing that I was worried about this game was that the invincibility frames and the knockback would be ludicrous. In J-Star's Victory vs. Plus, it was unnecessary how much time you got on the ground after you got hit. You were there for about 5 to 10 seconds just waiting to get back up and start the fight again. This one, you can almost always assure yourself in front of the enemy. Now that means that high degree of pressure that is present in this game is going to cause a lot of button mashing. You're going to be button mashing your ass off trying to switch between your defensive and your offensive plays. If, however, you can really take your time, set up your specials, get your knockback, and then cascade your combos through all three of your characters onto an opponent, that's where the big damage is. And of course, this is an anime game. All you're trying to do is finish your opponent with your biggest super attack. So expect three things: charging, gap closing, and specials. Sounds kind of like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. The best way to get damage through is by chaining into a super. This is an anime game, so the entire point of the game is to get your character into a cutscene to do damage. That is where the damage is going to explode. So you'll notice something to really keep in mind about Spike Chunsoft is they're not trying to make just a mindless anime brawler. There are going to be things like traps and special attacks that take a little bit of skill to get off. I mean, let's be honest, it's still an anime game. They're all going to be ridiculous and overpowered and hardly fit within the mechanics of the game, but just enough that it'll still be fun. So we're going to be able to see things like traps. We see that with Sasuke's Amaterasu already. It creates a huge area of very damaging flame that is persistent. So that is effectively part of the map that you can block off and corner somebody around. It's very useful and tactical. My largest grievance with this game is the level design. There are throwbacks and hints to Shonen Jump franchises. There are Saiyan pods in the fields. I assume there are references all around the city, but it seems for some reason like they needed to put it in some drab version of Earth rather than on the deck of the Thousand Sunny or on a moonlit wasteland on, Mount Paozu or something. We have to be in some washed out, near monochrome, sweatily red, weirdly red level. And when you have these characters against these backdrops, Goku and Luffy kind of disappear on the full red levels. So it really takes away from the pop and the impact of these extremely alive characters. And I just don't understand why the level design isn't consistent with the manga anime feel. They're putting them in some kind of Dead or Alive tournament, and it just doesn't work. But, we haven't seen all the levels yet. No way to tell exactly how that egg is going to fry. So the bottom line of what you can expect from this game is pretty much what you've expected from most anime games. Quick, but very, let's say, loose gameplay. So we're going to have tons of button mashing, but we're going to be able to throw our action figures together just like we've always wanted to. We'll finally get to know, does Luffy beat everybody? Yes, Luffy always beats everybody.